Good afternoon from Manila Airport. Today I'm taking a domestic flight over here in the Philippines for the first time ever in my life. And it just so happens that there's a typhoon where we're headed today. Can't say I've ever flown through one of those before. For this flight, my wife and I will be flying PAL Express, which is basically the cheap version of Philippine Airlines. We just booked a regular economy ticket for about $75 US. But over here in the Philippines, airlines tend to be pretty strict when it comes to weighing your baggage. So although we're just traveling with big carry-on bags, we knew they'd be over the allowed weight limit, so we just went ahead and purchased 10 kilos worth of checked bags each. Sure enough, the airline seems to be checking everything down to a T, so I was pretty happy I made that decision, but it was easy to get through security. And now I'm standing here right next to gate 11, where my flight will be departing from in Terminal 2 in about 30 minutes. So once our incoming A320 makes it to the gate in deep planes, we can get on board and see what Philippine Airlines, or better said PAL Express, is like on a domestic flight. And well, my wife Rossa and I are just over here in the terminal for once. We're not at a lounge today just because we didn't feel like paying the upgrade price. Basically, PAL Express, or Philippine Airlines, still a little bit confused which is which, they seem to be the exact same thing, offered the chance to bid for an upgrade from as little as about 2,400 Filipino pesos, which is a little bit over $40 US. And today I'm just flying pure economy class, not business class or even comfort class, I think as they call it. It's not like exactly a true business class, but it will give you lounge access to this lounge, which they very kindly let me just walk through to show you. It looks actually pretty nice. They've got their own rum. Normally, I'd call that a pretty reasonable deal because you're getting an upgrade that includes lounge access, but the thing is, the onboard experience it's called comfort. Basically, you just sit towards the front instead of in the middle or the back. And I mean, for us, it's a really short flight. Today, we're flying over to Panglao Island, TAG Airport, and it's just over 1 hour. So basically, we would have been paying a little bit over $40 US each for lounge access to a decent lounge, but not the most amazing lounge in the world either. But yeah, the wait over here in the airport terminal has been completely fine. I mean, it's a little bit of a loud place. It feels like the rest of Manila, but inside the airport. But you've got like drinking water, working Wi-Fi, and all the stuff you might need. Mr. Donut, I don't regret not booking lounge access or getting an upgrade to get lounge access because this airport has a Mr. Donut. Hi, are you cash only?
Thank you.
Okay. How much is a coffee?
65.
All right, so we'll take one coffee, one ensaymada ube ensaymada.
Anything else? Just one triple chocolate top, 170.
170. All right, thanks. Salamat po. But after a bit of a wait, boarding is about to commence over at gate 11. So let's get on board and see what this flight is like.
Your boarding time will be delayed.
And there was just a little delay in boarding, well, about 8 minutes, but now it is time to get on board and see what PAL Express / Philippine Airlines is like on a domestic flight. You can see they've got economy class on the left side here, business comfort class over there. But we should be among the first to board in the economy class because we're at the front of the economy line, which we just managed to sneak kind of over here somehow. I really have no clue. And over there you see another Philippines Airlines Airbus 320 parking. It's like really busy over here with the domestic flights between Cebu and Philippines / PAL Express. Thank you. And right now we are headed to the small island next to the big island, known as Bohol Island, where the chocolate hills are. The small island, as far as we knew, is called Panglao, but it seems like it might also have another second name, or that might be the name of the town where the airport is. Anyway, the airport code is TAG, and I can't pronounce the name of that other one. It's like Tonglibon. Sorry. I just haven't been in the Philippines long enough to have all the names memorized in my head yet. But we've made our way down the jet bridge, and we should be on board in just a second. Okay. Salamat po. Right. Sorry, we got confused. We're here. Hey. And yeah, we got major confused because we kind of forgot that row 33 is actually just like really, it's like row. No, it's not row 3. It's kind of like row 5. You've got row 21, row 22, and then you can see there's row 31, row 32, and now we're in row 33. So we're basically towards the very front of the plane, and we just asked for these seats. We didn't like pay extra for them or anything. We just asked for them upon checking in.
We kindly request all passengers to remain in your assigned seats for the duration of this flight. If you are seated in an exit row, civil aviation regulations mandate that you read the passenger briefing cards.
And the plane was boarded really, really fast. Also, by the way, 21 and 22, I assume are what the comfort class over here is, because they were not bookable when we went into the seating chart ourselves. So basically, comfort class is the exact same thing as economy class, seat-wise, maybe a tiny bit more legroom, and you probably get like some kind of light meal or something. And then back here, well, we'll see if we get anything or not.
Sure, Captain Manila speaking from the flight deck. It's my pleasure to have you on this flight 2 p.m. PR 2777 bound for Tagbilaran Airport.
But yeah, they're just closing the flight door right now. AirAsia next to us is heading out as well. And space-wise, up here at least, it's not too bad. You can see, like, there's a fair amount of legroom. It's better than your standard low-cost carrier for sure, but probably not better than your standard normal airline. Maybe just kind of normal. And yeah, this is an older A320, so everything kind of feels like the original outfitting of the cabin. Like the seats are kind of old.
We will now be showing you the safety features of this aircraft.
And really, the only slight discomfort here in this seat is that it's a bit broken in the sense that, like, it leans back about 2 inches, maybe 6 centimeters or something like that, without you intending for it to if you put any weight on it. But we've pushed back, and yeah, it's the rainy season over here in Manila. You can see a massive storm cloud over there. So let's see if we end up taking off on time or have to wait for that storm to come through. And yeah, as we roll on over, it's looking like no problem. We're gonna just go ahead and take off, maybe away from the storm cloud, not sure, perhaps flying through it. We'll see. As we roll through here, you can see back there is Terminal 2. And the terminal on the other side, where all the Cebu Pacific planes are parked, is Terminal 1. They both operate lots of domestic flights here out of Manila. And in just a few days' time, I'll be testing out Cebu Pacific too. But here we go, right next to AirAsia, who's about to take off too. And we're rolling down the runway, about to be in the air. Probably about 10,000 feet in the air, hitting at least medium turbulence at the moment. Not that fun. But it seems like that was connected through flying through some really big clouds, so hopefully it's gonna smoothen out now. But we continued our climb a bit, and it looks like we've gotten through the worst of it. So now we're just making our way over the many islands between Manila and Panglao. And we really weren't sure what to expect from, I don't know, reading online what they offer on the domestic flights, but turns out there is a free little snack, some salted caramel cookies. It smells very caramelly. Tastes a lot like margarine and caramel together, something like that. And they give you some free drinking water too. So I don't know if I would really call this a low-cost carrier in my book. It might be like a lower-cost alternative to Philippine Airlines, kind of, but it's not even really that. And you can see up there, if you've got the comfort class, you get to order like an extra drink. So not just water.
Still have a minute, so we'll begin our descent to landing Panglao. Weather that is generally cloudy. So please have your seatbelts fastened whenever you're seated.
And well, other than a little turbulence just due to the weather, this has been a very non-eventful flight. In fact, it seemed like we were going to be a little bit late in the end. We left 10 minutes late. But we're just entering our final descent right now, actually, and it looks like we're going to land 15 minutes earlier than scheduled. So I mean, the staff are very nice on this airline. You get a free little snack. Everything just seems to be pretty functional. And, well, they were actually the cheapest airline on the dates we needed. Cebu Pacific was flying this route too, along with a few other carriers, but they were all charging more when you added in baggage. So even if there's a little identity crisis going on between PAL Express and Philippine Airlines, I think they're just Philippine Airlines. I'd definitely fly them again, especially when they've got the best deal. But the most important part of it for me We're almost here to Panglao and Bohol Islands. Both places my wife and I haven't had the chance to visit until now. Turns out they have pretty smooth landing. It's very smooth. Good job, Philippine Airlines / PAL Express. So, a little bit rainy out there, but it's been a nice little ride over to, Panglao. Thanks. Bye. And don't forget to give this short little flight review a like if you liked it, a dislike if you disliked it, and make sure you're subscribed because my wife Ross and I are currently traveling around the world over the course of 2 months, making stops all along the way. And if you're not subscribed, you're gonna miss all of the crazy videos I film on this trip and all the other travel videos that are already on my channel. So thanks so much for watching this one, and I'll see you all in the next video.